So, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to another scene for Darkness in Dublin, the Mage venue, where we are setting our scene at Agrabah Nights. Because, now that you know this place exists, why wouldn't you hang out there? There's free booze and debatably free food. It's pretty much the place to fucking be, especially when you've got a permanent case of the munchies. As such, Morgan has taken up proverbial residence when she doesn't have anywhere else to be, and has probably found some back little corner or booth or lounge area that she has now proclaimed as her own. This is hers. This is her pillow. She sits on it. It's mine now. And so, as probably will be the usual, she's kind of nested back, kind of out of the mainstream of conversation so that she can actually hear herself think. And as always, a bowl of something. In this case, she snagged a bowl of peanuts off the bar because that's how she do. Got a drink nearby and is just kind of popping peanuts idly and just keeping an idle eye on the comings, the goings, who talks to who, but just kind of nested back and out of the way.
Owen comes in, black. He's not in his customary suit, which she's never seen. He does have a suit fit for that. He walks in. He's got his black T-shirt on, his many and varied tattoos that are not the ones that you just saw. On. He comes inside, looks around. He says, he didn't say anything. He sees Morgan. He walks in the direct opposite direction toward the bar. And he orders a drink, and then he just kind of looks at it. He's got to exhales.
And she probably, upon seeing him enter, kind of locks on for a second, like, aha, that guy. Though he does do her the disservice of making it very hard to wave him down by not fucking looking at her. Damn it. At which point she begins to weigh, how far can she huck a peanut? This is the real question of the day. Let's, just for lols, I'm going to roll it to see if she can huck a peanut far enough to, like, bounce off his shoulder or something so she doesn't have to get up because she lays.
Non-ST hand waving him. Non-ST hand waving him. It hits him in the back of the head.
Okay. It's up to you if you would narratively just want to dunk. Yeah, she just flicks a peanut in his direction like, son of a boink.
He will look in her general direction and say, what?
Come here.
Why?
Because it's easier to talk when you're closer?
He grabs the drink that he's not drinking and he walks over to your little area and he puts it down. I'll help you then.
Just kind of pats one of the seats, essentially come on, make yourself comfortable. Make yourself comfortable. No. But like pats the seat just to invite him on the off chance that he's going to be a little odd about it. I just want to know what's going on exactly.
What's going on in what way?
The whole thing you were talking about.
Whatever do you mean? Could you be more specific?
Well, I imagine the only thing we share between us is the fact that you've apparently been told to keep an eye on me?
Something like that, yeah.
So, let's talk. Context.
Shite. He says, look, Morgan has done test me for making sure that her blood was safe. Debbie, that's you. So I'll make sure her blood is safe in the only way that I know how. Anyone fucks with you, I'll shoot them in the fucking head.
There's kind of a pause. A little bit of a head tilt and thoughtful blink. Suits me.
Well, I figure it might change how it's you and one that has to do it. It has to be me. No problems then.
She kind of quirks a brow. What do you mean by that?
That means no problems then.
As long as you make sure it's actually an issue, as opposed to.
That seems a bit out of order. See, thing is, I'm the one I guess gets to determine if something's a threat or not. I don't have to explain myself, so if anyone's getting around you and I don't really like the look of them, I'll just blow their heads off. It doesn't affect me much.
She finally cracks a faint grin. How much does it take for you to not like the look of someone?
Not very much at all. It's a hair trigger. It's a hair trigger on my pistols. They are. And,
God
and as
bless her.
you
She
are
looks
my
amused.
and as you are my new China, I will make sure that you are safe in the best way I know how. In it,
Shoot first, ask questions later. That's the
I don't
plan.
ask. I don't ask questions.
Oh, not even later.
No.
Just indeterminate shooting of people.
I'm
This is the
taking
plan.
it. I'm taking the piss. I'm taking the piss. I got rules about who I can and cannot perish and send off to the land of your mom and all that. So I won't just be randomly taking out people, no matter how much I really want to.
Ah, the very edges of a show of restraint.
No, it's not
Just
really
swings out of the
restraint.
bottle.
Hey, when your soul's in danger, these are the things that you have to do, isn't it?
Suppose so. You don't seem like the kind of person who wants to make nice.
But I mean, mate, no, it's real bullshit. See, if it's something you want to know from someone, you just ask them. If they don't want to tell you, then you need to move on. It's simple, really. Because this is all BS, is what it is. This is all facade and all that. One simply is you know how to see behind the curtain. And I think that polite society and a few other things, what I don't ascribe to, are terrible. Mind you, I am an expert negotiator and rather tactful and rather good with words and verbiage and all that lot. However,
Expert
besides,
negotiator?
of
Is it
course I
do the
am.
thing or I'll shoot you?
No. I know how to be soft and posh when I need to be. However, I'm the one what determines whether I need to be in it.
There's like a quirk of an eyebrow. She still looks very entertained. Just that touch of a toothy grin. I suppose so. How long have you been? She kind of gestures around the room like a little hand wave. Awake.
Are we counting the time I was dead? Are we counting the time since like arrival, or what numbers are we using here?
Since you were, well, I don't know what to call it besides awake.
Oh, that. Oh, I've been that way for a bit. Since I was 17 or 18.
How old do you look roughly? Like ballpark?
Looks like 27, 28.
So, like, it looks like a rough 10 years, maybe.
Rough.
But yeah, she kind of squints at him thoughtfully. Huh. Well, it's all new to me.
Oh, sorry for you then.
Hmm?
As we don't ascribe to the same thought processes, though we're closer than you think. Um,
Tell me.
Usually we're being in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we was gonna be, but we told them how we felt about life and death, and they decided that we should be euthanized.
It's kind of a brow quirk.
It was the druids that used to run this place, this rock and the other that's across the way. We was the one what sacrificed the kings and all that. The druids, you heard of us, yeah. Some of you lot are in the ravine. They claim to be druids, but they ain't.
We ain't, huh?
Yeah, that's our shame. This least not my bloodline. We's the dead we are with the death lords, and we've kept our peace with the Morrigan ever since. There was an ever since.
How do you and the keeper stand?
On the opposite sides of the room.
she, she actually snickers. That's so.
Yeah. And with all that living and all that rot, the wick and all the living and all that. I mean, thing is, If God's greatest gift is life, then why do we die? Oh,
You tell
wait.
me.
Well, we don't have the answer, and neither did they, and they didn't really like the question.
Suppose it's a very temporary gift. Not all gifts last forever.
Oh, that's a nice justification. What makes folks feel better, isn't it?
It's kind of an idle shrug and a hand wave. It's like giving someone food. It's real great until it's gone. Pops another peanut.
Oh, that's cute, mind you. Yeah. Suffice to say, I am what I am, and I outdrew the packs and whatnot that my ancestors had done run into, which puts me in my interesting predicament that I'm in right now.
There are worse predicaments to be in, I'm sure.
I'm in four of them, I should know.
Yeah?
But please don't ask me because I'll have to tell you the truth, and you might not be able to handle it.
This is all crazy shit, anyways.
Oh no, I assure you, once you know what you know, you might feel the need to tell someone, which will make my life much more interesting, wouldn't it?
Hmm. A bit of a shrug. So, what do you think about this whole thing with the choristers and the Templars
I,
executing their own
I,
quote? She literally picks up a hand, air quote, heathens.
I think we're in Barney. What most of the people here, I ain't ready to get wet for that wet work in the military. They do. I ain't ready for it, but it's what's coming, and they ain't prepared for it. Nor do they want to use a big picture solution. They just want to go punch these idiots in the head, which ain't going to get them going nowhere. They don't want to plan nothing. They don't want to work together in concert, which is what exactly we need to be doing. They
Oh,
like
yeah.
leadership. They like leadership. They do. They like a plan. But they're going to do what they do.
Well, then let me pose you a notion, because we all know what happens when they run out of their own heathens. They come looking for more. It
See,
wouldn't be the first time that an order of some sort split. Perhaps, if among their own, again, she picks up the air quote, heathens, what if they had something to rally behind? What if they had something to hold up and stand for?
you
And what
see,
if it made for the creation of perhaps another order, but gave them
what,
a chance to split away and potentially gave us allies the next time they came looking for heathens?
oh, see, you're thinking about it the wrong way around. You're trying to turn something that was a one thing into another thing and hoping it goes after the first thing. It's not the way to go in this situation. Best way to go in this situation is to look at who was hurt by the process.
That's what I mean.
No, you want to keep them the celestial forest. They've already got something to rally behind. These people ain't the celestial forest. They're the Templars. They're something totally different. So you go and see what they lack because himself what was running things, the real governor, the archbishop, that man, that lad, that was your power there. That's what he was. So they don't know what I used to know. In it.
She kind of blinks.
Simple enough. He had his own followers. Hell, his son's even here doing his own thing. Point being, what we need to do is find out what it is, what happened exactly. Go to the room, rewind time some kind of way, whammy magical way, find out exactly what happened, exactly who the culprit was, exactly how things went down. Because let me tell you, let me assure you, there's no way it went down the way they say it did.
Which thing? You mean the start of all this executing their own people?
Exactly. Something pushed someone into it. Especially, see, when I was gone for a while, there was a lot of dark energy. A lot of dark things was afoot. It was a messy cleanup, mind you. Nobody did everything. So what if something pushed the little snuggy button and made themselves the last bastion of good, taken out, right out the picture?
All I can say is that my best guess is the rampant infernalism in the city. Let's never mind the conception of the Antichrist. Handwave.
Nah, eh,
Pushes
infernalism.
holy people to do a lot of silly things.
But he doesn't really. He's a forgiving God, isn't it? That's what the book says. I read it once on a day.
Hmm?
My point is it's not. Is it? It's my nature is a skeptic. I don't never believe what no one tells me, what no one puts in front of me. Never. Always got to examine it, turn it over a couple times. So the situation was presented to me that this individual was offered by his own people. Well, not his own people, just some more militant individuals. And that he let it happen. Now, having observed this individual, I know that this person would not do that. So I asked myself why. I asked myself how, and I asked myself what extra oomph this individual, who was a master of whatever he was master of, got himself perished. As I know, the individual in charge right now is not as powerful as the other fellow was. So I asked myself, how does that happen? I says to myself, self, how does something like that happen? Well, somebody gets help. Who do they get help from then? Not going to be somebody in the chorus. Nope, not going to be them. Not going to be technocracy. Nope, not going to be them either. So, outside forces. Which outside forces would benefit from the loss of such a bastion of good and the creation of such craziness? Yeah, I look on. Not what hope was left.
I
That was
feel
the
like
point.
I must have missed part of the story. Who got offed by who?
Well, that's the question then. The story as it has come to me is not something that I can process as the way it was told. You see, I think people have bits and pieces, but they don't have the actual picture, which is why I think it best if individuals with understood investigation and processes like could go to said place and find out exactly what happened. Because
Would you
conjecture is not something that I like to base things on.
would you consider keeping me in the loop on what you find?
I mean, if it's something that you're interested in, I find it quite intriguing. I do that something like this could go down and there are not other repercussions. Think on it. Think on it. It's a church. There's a way that they're organised, and when a person gets taken out like that, something there's a process, a vetting or something. And where are they then? Where's the outsiders? Where's the special force members that are saying, "Hey, stop with all the killing and all the heathens"? Where's that at? And
I mean, she just kind of hand waves because let's face it, there's a certain amount of presumed ignorance at Christians
that,
that
what,
kill anything that doesn't match up.
taking the side either by all your prejudices based on our life experiences and worshipping techniques. Take from a logic perspective. They're an organization. This organization, something happened in it. It's process, it's protocols. They don't like to make noise in the streets. What do the masters say in town? Haven't anyone spoken to them about what's going on?
Spoken to the Archbishop before someone lit him on fire, derailed the
What, the,
conversation.
what was he lit on fire really?
Yes. Yes, he was. And I have the item that did it, stowed away.
You telling me a master of forces gets set on fire?
I don't think it was standard fire. That
He's a
girl
master of
holding
spirits.
the Antichrist passed him the Devil's Calling card.
Why did she do that? And
All I can say is I think she's dense. She didn't seem earnestly malicious.
so this individual passed him with no ill intent, passed an item to someone, and this item burst him into flame and killed him outright.
It did not kill him, no. No, he
What?
was lit. He was engulfed in green flames. We were able to put it out and to bring him back to proper health. I busied myself with putting her in the corner where she belonged after a move like that.
Is this person still with us?
You mean Yuki?
So that's what happened then. Okay.
Yes. We were talking to the Archbishop. I'm not sure why she thought it was wise to be there, and of a sudden she came forward and offered him an item, which he took, not knowing what it was, because she did not explain herself. He burst into flame, he was put out and healed, roused himself up, and of a sudden was frozen as what I can only imagine was actually Lucifer, responded to the interaction with the card, and made an appearance. When he found that those present, besides Yuki, who encouraged us to sit and talk to the devil, were not especially interested in becoming infernalists, he pitched a fit and left. The Archbishop was released from whatever had frozen him in place, attempted to empower himself to do something about Yuki, was reminded that an archangel had attempted the same thing, and the force of the thing that stopped it was enough to shatter some sort of realm and put us back in reality. He gave up and collapsed, and I'm pretty sure is having some sort of existential crisis as we speak.
So
I
he
took
ain't
the
dead.
card.
So he ain't dead. Oh, speaking to what make you an infernalist.
He shrugs.
See, that's your supposition. It's a silly supposition. Having a conversation with aliens does not make you an infernalist.
Whatever the case, I picked up the card. I've tucked it away somewhere. I was not about to leave it in the church.
Yeah. So green flames in. It's indicative of something. Did anybody analyze the rubble? Anyone take it for resonance and analyze it and see what it is that they could find?
I don't think so. Has the Archbishop died? You keep talking about dying.
In my mind, I think that's the thought process, you see. I like to put myself in the place of the people what believe the bullshit so that I can see how they're working, what they're working with. And it seems as if they've already given up on the ghost of the Archbishop. So, in their mind, in my opinion, based on what I can observe, he is dead and is no longer a player. Which makes no sense because he should be the Mage's player, don't you think?
You would think so, but I hear the High Inquisitor is in the city.
Ah, you hear the High Inquisitors in the city. Well,
Mm-hmm.
here's my 2 cents on that there. Not saying that we should not be worried. I am saying that we have many allies that we've not taken advantage of.
The Archbishop at least owes me a favor.
Well, well, I think that that's not the only allies that I'm talking about. Speaking about what you gained last night.
True enough. I've only so recently woken up. I've only had so much time to start gaining allies and favors, but I'd say I'm not doing too bad a job.
Well, my Tonya, I will tell you this. It's something that will hold you in good stead in this place. It will. So do pay attention.
Sorry, say again? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, yes. I do have a bit of advice for you.
Go on.
I suggest you build yourself around you a certain group of friends, a cabal, mind you, of individuals who will work with you and make things happen. You see, outliers like myself, we don't get things done with a group. We generally do things on our own. You, on the other hand, have the unique ability, in my opinion, to be someone what could move around in a group type situation. What I suggest is you build yourself up a ball and you make a name for yourself and establish yourself in this current predicament. But you have to pick which part of the predicament you're going to solve and what needs to be solved in the first place. So, the Inquisitors, they're here. They're bashing heads. How do you make that not be a problem then?
The answer I like best is just get rid of them, but that's a bit taller order than I can do on my own.
Oh no, it's not totally at all. You should just use what you have as your own advantage. People can't go about killing in the streets without the old Bill doing something about it, now can they? It's not as if they're just not seen on the police force.
And what do you suggest?
I suggest you they're moving about in the same way that we would be if we was in a city and we didn't like people. They're full on war mode. They are. However, we have access to the mortal police. We have access to the technocracy also, and we have access to our spiritual allies, which warn us of dangers that we are unprepared for. Also, we have the remnants of the celestial chorus, what is loyal to the Archbishop, which you are correct, give me a rallying cry. However, you are not the individual what needs to be doing it, as you and them do not agree.
Oh no, I don't mean to be the point of rallying myself. They need a figurehead.
They need something, and that's up to you to find and or slash discover. But it's not what I do. It's not what I'm here for.
No, but there's something to be said for a good single piece outdoing its own business. You working alone? It's not bad. You do things
But
I can't.
I'm looking after the dodgy end of things, making sure most of the people don't get hurt. Because in the pursuit of mages, regular people is just going to be cannon for they are.
Very possibly. Probably, in fact.
Hence, my not happiness. So I'm putting together a small concern. Group of like-minded individuals, as it were, which backed by financial acumen, could in fact blow their fucking heads off.
Fair enough.
I prefer the direct approach from the subtle approach, because these people can't be negotiated with because they're fanatics. However, I don't like them, so killing them don't make me feel bad. Well, I won't be doing it, other folks will, because I am performing a good job. I'm a good use of my eyes.
Well then. Be welcome to stay on the dodgy side of things. I feel like, given the chance to work together, keep each other in the loop, we can accomplish a lot more even with a tentative connection than we can by ourselves. Kind of shoots him out a questioning look.
Oh, you try to work with me, lads. That's cute, it is. That really is.
Well, if you're going to be shooting anyone who looks at me wrong, we might as well be at least tentative friends.
Friends is a term I don't really hold in high regard. I prefer honored enemy.
Oh, I'll take that.
We can be honored enemies.
She smirks again.
Now, remember, our new China. Surround yourself with individuals like-minded so you can get things done. But have a plan. I have my plan. Do you have yours?
I have the beginnings of one.
Does your plan start at any point with reinstating the Archbishop?
With what?
With reinstating the Archbishop.
Has he been uninstated?
He's not stopping the Inquisition, so that means something, don't it?
Considering that he had a rabbi in his office with him, and they are precisely the kind of people who are being targeted, I feel like he has made a stance fairly clear. He may not be in such a place as to stop them, especially if it is the Templars who are doing it and not his own people per se.
There is also a trick that you can pull off that can't nobody else.
What's that?
An angel guardian of Dublin.
She kind of squints faintly. The Archbishop's son or another?
A real one. Not half-breed like son. I don't like that guy. Anyway.
Is there?
Of course there is.
However, who is
However,
that?
You should search out Samira. She has some insight into the situation.
Search out who?
Samara. She had dealings with my cousin, Owen, Jackie Kenrowan, another druid. Bastard. Stupid. Son of a... Anyway. He had dealings with this individual. But you have to understand, but because you are what you are, you stand at a confluence, and there's going to be powers at work. See, while your powers are war, mine are destruction. I break things. Not always for the better, but I break some real good.
There's something to be said for having a skill set.
I think so. I mean, some people do art and draw pictures. I do this.
Your skills certainly have an application. I would think them no less than an artist. In fact, I might think them quite a bit more useful.
I'm actually really just a slick talking, terrible user is what's really the thing.
Mm.
Is there anything else you needed from me?
Oh, no, you can go back to whatever you like.
I'm not drink this drink here. Thank you very much.
She grins again. Now, what is the purpose of coming to a place like this and getting a drink you don't mean to drink? Listening?
Well, I do such a thing as to go to a place where Mage is talking and keep my ear going because certain people don't like me. And I might want to learn something from other people. That would be a terrible person. That would be a person that was dodgy or just bad, just horrible. I mean, he doesn't give a tom about what anyone thinks. He's just tom tit shit, just helping you out. Promise, right?
No.
Terrible person.
I should hate to think of being associated with such a dodgy person.
Such a dodgy person is a true villain, a proper villain, and I would not have you associate with those types of individuals. No, I would not. Mind you, if you did run into one of them, I would know my own kind. I would definitely shoot him in the head.
You do seem to have a very apt and across-the-board solution to your problem, sir.
Yes, I do. It's simple. I like things to be simple because in this world of BS and illusion, and you can see past everything. Really, everything's really binary. Dead, alive, yes, no. Though, to be fair, keep in mind, the opposite of death is not life. It's birth. Keep it in mind now.
If you will give her temple a little tip-tap on the blind side. Just a little tap-tap at her temple. Keep it in mind.
Have yourself a nice night then, in China.
Oh, sorry, that got kind of distorted. Can you say it again?
And have yourself a nice night then, my new China.
She kind of quirks a look at him. He keeps saying China, and she's just like, what? But not.
She goes, trying to play, mate.
You think I'm so breakable?
Well, as someone who probably won't have a chance to find out, I will listen around and see if someone does learn about it. So I've got even money on you not being that way.
Again, she doesn't seem insulted, just amused. Well, I hope you make good money on the bet.
Well, you see, there's a lot of figuring that goes into it. You know, I figure with your heritage, you got to be kind of resilient. I figure if that axe-wielding psychopath, crazy woman is the one what's doing the bumping of the uglies, there's probably a good chance you'll be damaged. So you're gonna have to keep on. You're gonna have to think about it and see maybe she swings the other way with the pretty fella with the crazy hat and all that, and she likes the GQ types. And then I figure that guy is a ponce and a Nancy, so there's nothing he's gonna do to her. So if you go with the crazy woman, you're pretty much going to be putting the money on her. However, if you go with the ponce that showed up, with the top hat and all that, I think that Mr. Savile Row is the one that's going to come out and lose into that one. For blank money now.
She just bears a very toothy smile. Regardless of what uglies I bump, I'm not in the business of losing.
Well, see, that doesn't skew the numbers. You see, your confidence is something I figured in already. And while you might be confident that you could beat that crazy squad-face woman, she seemed pretty intense. So she really felt like, breaking a pelvis and freaking she could probably take care of it, with the powers of the gods and blood eagles and all that. Now, the other fella, I mean, did you see him? It's Savile Row exploded. He's got a nice hat and all that. He's a terrible individual. And he kept talking all funny. I didn't understand a word he was saying. So he was like, "Oh, we were." And I expected a whole different accent, and then suddenly he's from the American South. I didn't know what was going on. Then
You are delightful. You may not know it, but you are delightful to talk to.
well, I'm always figuring the odds here because the world around us is all, made of the numbers and the figures and the guesses and all that, what you perceive and all that stuff. So I'll take those perceptions in. And this is what I perceive. And I think I can make a good bit of money on that. If you quit. If somebody was interested in taking it back.
She just grins. We'll see. We'll see who squares up to who.
I'm saying my money's on the crazy Scarface chick who was talking to her bag like she was a crazy person. I think that's the one you need to watch out for. Like you should wear some sort of protective gauntlet or something because she probably bites. I'm just throwing it out there.
She's not the only one who bites.
Well, see, I figured that in there too. Your confidence gave it away, which is why my money is definitely on you for the other one because he's a punce, and the other one.
Throwing the link up while we keep up this chatter because this is amazing. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. His insistence of how he's factored all this shit in. For context, Morgan is tucked back, towards one of the offsides of Agrabah Nights. She has like some little corner or end or booth that she has laid claim to very solidly and is stretched out and comfortable, has a drink in one hand, has a bowl of peanuts right by her other, and is chatting away to Owen, and for all intents and purposes looks very amused. She's having herself a bit of a laugh over whatever they're talking about. But yeah, they're pulled kind of back and away from the masses, far enough that they can actually have a conversation and hear themselves think, as it were.
Okay. Right in the middle of your conversation, you can both see a small, like, quadcopter, a small drone that is hovering in front, like, both of you. It just came from one of the sides.
Just hovers over.
And hovers there.
Squint. The laughter pauses.
I don't know who that is, but if they want to keep it and not have it shot at a billion pieces, they'll stop it from being in front of me.
Takes aim with a peanut.
And Glass will just poke his head through one of the sides. Don't throw peanuts at my shit.
No, I would throw bullets, mate.
Don't throw bullets at my systems. And he pokes.
Your systems are in our sovereign airspace.
Sovereign airspace. Poof! And the little drone comes back to his hand, and he tucks it inside of his jacket. Pulls out a chair by Morgan, sits by.
I assure you that our sovereign airspace is anywhere we can enforce the idea of sovereign airspace. Which with this, she pats the spearhead hanging from the chain around her neck. It's a pretty good distance.
He claps his hands together and he puts a 45 on the table.
And with that, probably an even longer distance, truth be told.
Glaspo just looks at the 45. Yeah, that doesn't scare me.
It should.
Takes a beer from somewhere, takes a couple of swigs. Nah, bullets are not that scary once you learn to deflect them.
Can you do that at any time with no warning?
How do you know that I'm not ready preparing something? And he waves his hands on the air.
I mean, he could test the theory. I wouldn't put it past him. Shoots a little side glance at Owen.
Do not test the theory. I'm doing absolutely shit.
Okay. I was going to shoot you, but I'm not now.
See, you gotta be careful who you dare. Some people are really big on calling bluffs.
Well, I don't think it would be a very good idea inside, Agrabah Nights.
You think I care?
No, but they will whoop your ass. And he points to the counter.
You'll still be shot though. I don't see the problem.
He has a point. You would still be shot.
And he just looks to both and go like,
Shrug.
ah, you weird ass people.
Whoever said that violence never solves anything was never trying hard enough.
I hear that if violence doesn't solve your problems, you haven't applied enough of it.
It's like grease it is. Or lubricant. I call violence life lube, boy, dude. It fixes everything.
He just stares and goes like, uh-huh. Someone was
need
not
some
very
life
happy
lube?
when he was a child. And that was possibly me.
You talk funny, you do.
I'm a virtual adept. Do I need to start talking funny?
You're a what?
A VA? Virtual adept? The dudes on the internet?
Oh, computer tech monkey fellas then, yeah?
No, those are the Aetherites.
Oh, so
Wait.
you don't actually have a technological monkey then. Okay, so yeah, you really are a virtual adept. All right then. All right, I'm tracking.
I'm a cyberspace monkey.
Cyberspace monkey. Is that like the literal terminology that you lot use for yourselves? Because that's got to be revolting and this, it's got to be disrespectful to at least one person.
No, the official terminology we use for ourselves is the Mercurial Elite.
The Mercurial Elite, then. That's what you call yourselves. You make up a name and that's the one you use. The punchiest one you come out with.
Yeah, I'm all peace and happiness. If you go talking this way to other VAs, they will not like it.
What are they gonna do about it?
Burn your brain from a distance?
With what?
Just say, man.
With what? I mean, what are they
Magic.
gonna do about it?
And he waved the little fingers.
I don't think it works that way, man.
I see. I have seen virtual adepts doing so on combat or to other virtual adepts.
You see, it works like this. I mean, it's what man can't do and what man can do. You see, what you've just done is painted yourself a picture. This picture says that the virtual adepts are now a danger to me and I should be wary of them. Are you saying I should be wary of them?
I'm saying that you should be wary of every fucking mage in Dublin.
Is that your actual suggestion?
And he points to Morgan. She can summon a fucking spear.
I think the point being that he is wary of every mage in fucking Dublin.
I'm wary of every mage in fucking London because the two organizations I belong to are weird as fuck.
Should reach over, pat him on the leg. Poor jumpy little guy. Pat.
Yeah. On one side, I'm stuck on the internet. On the other side, I'm stuck with, well, you remember the High Inquisitor, Morgan? The dude we met the other day, long white hair?
No?
On the other side, I'm stuck with them.
Did he make an appearance? I must have missed it.
No, I needed to check with officially check in with the choristers since I arrived in Dublin like a couple of weeks ago, and I needed to check in with them. And the representative,
choristers.
Yes, it's a long, complicated story about my life. Don't worry. And he waves the hand in front of her. Don't worry.
Just kind of gives him a funny look.
Excellent. And now the choristers are being run by the High Inquisitor.
Ah.
You see, that's the part that doesn't make any sense to them.
That is quite the question. Why are the choristers being run by a Templar?
Because the other Archbishop, Skedaddle.
What?
You didn't know?
She actually sits up a little bit, agitated.
You really didn't know?
No.
Siren's father is out of the city. Like,
Really?
he absconded his place as the head of the choristers here and went into the curia. He let me show you. And he brings out a piece of paper, passes it over. It's the letter that the archbishop sent.
And she'll snag it and read it because I totally missed that shit out of character. What does it say?
Give me 1 second and I will find it for you. I mean the letter, not my accent.
But yeah, she'll be reading it over and just look extremely agitated.
1 second, I have it somewhere over here.
See how it is. Just muttering to herself. Did he take his son with him as she's scanning?
No. He didn't took. Siren with him. Oh, and by the way, here we go. He goes like, give me that shit.
Okay.
Brothers and sisters, I start this letter with my simple and abject apologies for my own personal failure as both a man and a pastor of souls. However, the past few days have laid these failures bare before my feet, where in a city I love so much, corruption exists that I have allowed to continue under my own watch. This is inexcusable. May the Lord God forgive me for my lack of vigilance. With this in my mind, I have resigned my seat with the Holy Conclave and will be leaving Dublin in order to seek my own penitence for this heinous sin. In my place, it has been decided that the city will be given over into the care of Archbishop Servenius Severus, effective immediately. I would ask and pray that you continue to care for my son Siren, whom is as yet at death's door. But I feel as though I cannot face him until such a time as my soul is clean of this stain. Yours in faith, Matteo di Calvornea. And he just scraps the letter.
I was gonna say, if he doesn't, she's gonna reach for it and scrap it. She's pretty agitated.
And also, and he encroaches over the table and makes a sign of, get close to me, get close to me.
Skeptical face, but leans in.
The Templars have been going around in the places Mage hang out, and they are asking for Yuki.
Of course they are.
But I mean now they are literally searching for her by name and description.
Of course they are.
So, my recommendation, feign you know shit and move on.
Or give them what they want because she's an infernalist and carrying Armageddon and move on?
Also that.
Well, let's not go throwing that term about. We don't know that, sure.
Oh, we do know.
We do.
We do know by a fact.
We were confronted by several gods, angels, all manner, like waving her hands around. That thing.
She herself said
Antichrist.
She herself said she made deals with the devil.
She made deals with literal Faust. Literal Faust. Not even just a Faustian bargain, but literal Faust.
Well, let me ask you then. Did you look at herself and see that for your own self?
She has confessed to doing it.
Doesn't matter that she confessed to doing it. You're something you could see. See, this is the picture. This is the visual BS that people paint for ourselves. We have to check. We can't just accept it.
Why would she confess to doing such a thing?
Because she thought she did.
Let's never mind that she showed up in a human shell, came in here, and essentially said, "Thanks for the deal, buddy."
Yeah,
he does that sometimes. He's a funny
and Owen just gets a very weird look from Glasgow. Do you commune with demons like in your free time?
Commune with demons? What do you mean by that exactly? Have I spoken to him? Yes. I've spoken to him more than once. Yes, I have.
And he just looks at Morgan and brings out the flask, opens it, takes a swig, close it, jacket.
In full view of the angelic guardian of Dublin, I have.
Why people keep talking to demons?
Because things are more complicated than sometimes people think they are.
No, they are not. You just don't deal with demons.
Actually, sometimes demons are your best friends.
Just don't go saying that in front of the Templars.
What are they going to do about it? They're already not going to do. I'm already a heathen. You can go
They are going to kill you.
So, you want to wait a minute? You work for the Celestial Chorus, then, yeah?
And
Side glance.
Glasspo just blinks.
Well, you just said that you did. You said it's complicated and you had to check in with them. So, what does that mean exactly?
That means that I also belong in some way to the Celestial Chorus.
So, the Celestial Chorus leader is a Severus fellow. What is the leader of these Templars then?
It's complicated. I think
Yes and
that
no.
the Templars.
Answer the question.
And he just raises up a hand and puts it in front of Owen's face. The Templars are part of the choristers now. Therefore, this man, the High Inquisitor, is in charge. So the Templars are considered choristers because faith?
So
And he just has a blank... I'm a friend with who?
So you're friends with the enemy then?
And he will take a deep breath and let it out. No!
What, you still with them, ain't you? You either with them or you ain't.
To be fair, saying that the choristers are being led by the Templars doesn't necessarily mean they agree with the Templars, and I mean, look at him, kind of points.
He hasn't said no yet.
I don't agree with the Templars. I don't think that the rest of the choristers should be purged because they are not of the same Christian faith.
So, but the question remains: the leader of the Celestial Chorus is the leader of these Templar fellas, then, yeah?
We are all part of the same organization.
And you are a member of the Celestial Chorus, then, yeah?
And a member of the Virtual Adepts.
So how is you in connection with the Celestial Chorus, then?
I had a revelation of my faith given by an archangel.
I met an archangel. It didn't really reveal nothing to me. So,
sorry, to what order belongs you?
Order of what? I'm one of the undead. I'm a Death Guard of Ireland and England.
I mean, you're a Hermetic, Verbena, Virtual Adept.
I'm a member of the Euphanatos tradition of Chakravanti.
Chakravanti. Ah, well, Tanatoi.
Okay, then.
That's what he said.
Simple question that I have to ask then. So, if you're not a member of the Celestial Chorus, and these Templars are a faction of the Celestial Chorus, the enemy is not indeed the Celestial Chorus.
The enemy is not the... Actually, the enemy, if we have done nothing, is not the Celestial Chorus because we are still here. And I mean me as a Virtual Adept and her as a whatever the hell Morgan is.
Grin.
She's a Verbena. You'll show her respect.
Oh, you're a Verbena?
Mm-hmm.
She's also the daughter of a goddess, so you'll show her respect. The goddess of which I revere.
I will show respect to whomever I think I need to show respect, man with the 45. And he looks again at Morgan. You're cool on my book.
Pitches a thumbs up.
As I was saying, the enemy is not the chorus here. I wouldn't say if you want to go fight the chorus, go fight the chorus.
Oh, I don't fight people. I kill them.
Yeah, good luck with that.
There's still a depressing number of them, all the same. Never mind that the chorus isn't really the problem if all this fanaticism is coming from the Templars. And in the
Yeah.
end, it still seems like perhaps not an easy, but a fairly simply understood solution. But
It
I
goes
still
back
need
to
a
what
rally point.
see Morgan. It goes back to what I was saying before. It's all smoke and mirrors. It is. They simply know what he's saying. What we think is happening isn't happening. You understand what I'm saying?
I see what you're insinuating, but in the end, it's still Christians killing anything that's not Christian.
It's more than that.
No, it's basically that.
No, it's not. It can't be that simple. It can't be.
Sometimes it is that simple.
No, no, nothing is that
My
simple.
my friend, have you ever heard about the Crusades?
You are not paying attention to what I'm saying. I understand the historical accuracy and all that you were talking about. But the thing is, nobody would let this happen without something else behind it.
You
It's
get
a
enough
big,
fanatics in the same place and they'll agree to anything.
you get enough, if you push the right buttons, someone is pushing the buttons. Find that person, and I guarantee your problem will be going away.
I hope you're right. But in this case, I feel like the button is the rampant infernalism, and until it is dealt with,
I feel like people have decided that something is going. Okay, you need to find out about the doomsday clock. Is what you need to find out about. That was the last big thing that happened. It made things all tiny, whiny, messed up kind of a way. And
I
there was
believe
also wait, there's more. There was also a really powerful, horrible, Nefandi plot that was discovered, but not all the pieces of it got cleaned up. So what I'm thinking is the vestiges of what was the plot before, plus Faust, plus my personal China, all of this mixed together in some kind of way that has got the people what is rallied right now doing what it is that they're doing.
well,
You need to find
here's
out what something pushed the button. Something pushed the button in such a way. Check this out. This is a bit. This is the bit that's the worst. Your people have made a move. They picked the sword they have. They've made a move. You've seen it. You were witness to it. Not talking about the virtual adepts or the tourists or whatever. I'm talking about your people. They've made a move. They've put
What
themselves on. They've made. I can't help it. He says the Celtic deities that used to run this land. Anyway, and still do. Point being,
here's if I can put it
point being,
for you, but go ahead, finish.
that's the point I'm saying is people are arranging themselves and things are getting knocked out of place. For instance, we had the Archbishop who was, a number one in charge or whatever, but he felt himself that something was done, there's too much corruption, and he had to go away. Takes himself out of play. All right. New person comes into play. This new person what supports Templar's version of what Christianity is in this place. They come to power and they make enemies out of everything. So the Celestial Chorus, which would have been the A number one wall against of defense, is taken out of play. Now, you've received what it is that you received. Not to be for me to be speaking on it, but you received it. Now, the second group in power in all of Dublin after the Celestial Chorus is the Verbena. Always has been, always will be. So they've received themselves a bit of a boom. But the first top dogs have done got knocked off. But certainly the Verbena magically, mystically get themselves handed to them what it is that they need as a little extra oomph. Okay, someone is backing their play. All right then, because something was done to take the other ones out of it. It's a big picture thing, behind the scenes thing, but it's a big picture thing.
Well, here is the bits I think I've caught on to, where I've seen a bit more recent. You've seen a bit more from before I was awake. You said something about a clock that messed with time, yes?
I did, indeed.
Did it not freeze time, at least briefly?
It did lots of things to time. As I said, I was not privy to it, but my cousin was.
From what I am given to understand, the freezing of time was a portion of what was necessary to create that thing that Yuki is carrying around in her stomach. In order for... Who was it that... She kind of glances over to Glasspaw. Who was it that gained rights to naming the child?
Faust.
Was it
itself.
Faust? Yes.
Yep.
So, Faust gained the rights to name the child. In order to steal the name that he desired to use, he required for time to be frozen and required something else that I missed, but I think someone remembered an act in recent history that accounted for it. He stole a name from the Book of the Archangel and means to give it to...
The Book of Kells?
Not the Book of Kells.
The Book of Names.
Cristiano nonsense. But he stole a name from the book, and he means to give it to the child. As a result, among other things, Siren stumbled into here. She gestures to the Agrabahnites. Stumbled into here bleeding from his face, from his eyes, from his belly, and suffering the equivalent to a stigmata. Collins and I were able to stabilize him body and spirit, but he is still compromised. I imagine that some damage was done to his sainted mother due to the theft of the name. But I believe that some of these pieces that you're talking about all come around into this child and the stealing of the name that he means to give the child. It seems like there are many, many pieces in play for this one act. And it has been determined that the child's birth will be September 10th, if I remember properly. Yes.
Excellent.
And it is a set point, as one might use in a pop culture reference. But it is a set point in history. It will happen on the 10th. An archangel, Gabriel, attempted to do away with Yuki and her child. An angel of death or something to the equivalent appeared and forced it to end, to the point that the realm that we were temporarily suspended in shattered and left us all on the floor here again.
Also, and he raises up a finger, not only the archangel Gabriel, and he looks to the heavens, I got this right this time, one for me, was afraid of this, but even Eris, the goddess of discord that, just appeared and licked me all over my face. Do you remember that, Morgan, or I was just...
No, that happened.
Excellent. She brought Gabrielle into this because she went like, oh no, this is too much shit for me. And when the goddess of discord goes, oh no, this is too much shit for me.
She did say it was above her head.
Yup.
And brought in an archangel. In the end, I believe many of the things that you've seen factor into this child, and there are only so many ways in which I can think to keep that from happening. Among them, if you could do something like blow off Faust's head, if that's even possible, I imagine it would be a pretty simple solution to the problem. However, I feel as though shooting the head off a demon might be a little more complicated than that.
And this is why the Templars, or whoever the hell are they now, are looking for Yuki.
I got a plan for that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Don't help the woman that carries the devil's baby.
And just to pull you into play, I'll say that Morgan glances up as conversation is going on, and if Callie would like to be wandering in here for the first time, I don't think she's been to Agrabahnites before, she will perhaps see that there's a cluster at the back among them. The familiar lady with the eye patch who will kind of perk up and raise a hand to beckon her over to this back portion of the room. They've got like a booth or something that they have claimed.
She walks over slowly, watching people look at her and all that, walking over.
She'll even give Glasspaw an idle shove to make room.
Oh, yeah. And he will, move a little bit.
Settles down. slowly.
But all the same, I get the feeling that these all play into each other, and you thought that these might be moving towards a trigger that would cause the Templars to act the way they are. Well, I believe that this is what it mounted up to and what the Templars are responding to. Let's never mind that the Archbishop is so ashamed of the sheer volume of infernalism in the city that he has left
The
owing
city.
me a fucking favor, like flicks a piece of the torn paper.
Not defending the Templars here, but if people would, stop making deals with demons, that would help.
If you at any point in time begin a conversation or sentence around me with not to defend the Templars, we're going to have a problem.
Well, buddy, we got a problem then.
I don't
Because
even
I just
ascribe to
did.
this pantheon. Flicks another piece of paper. It's a shame it has to be such a pain in my ass.
I know. I didn't subscribe to the shit in particular too, but we're stuck.
What we need is a plan to supplant them and or deal with the thing that powered them. That's what we need. But we need to first find out what it is that is powering them.
I get you. I get where you're going with this, but I don't think we can make that before, they grab Yuki and pull it to the cathedral.
You're going to blow up their own cathedral.
There's a place to put Yuki that nobody can find them.
Hmm?
There are places that you can hide Yuki if you need to, that nobody will go.
Again, why are
taking that thing to Kalhaya?
Why are we trying to help the woman with the devil baby? I'm okay.
That's what it is. How do I know that's what it is?
And he just looks at Morgan. Do you have another way to explain that this is the devil baby? Because I'm running out of options.
You have made your stance on the thing clear, and that is all that matters.
Excellent. And he will keep drinking.
If he does not agree with you, that is his prerogative.
Not that I don't agree, it's that I don't have all the information.
Well, if you would like to go and wheel back time in here to see Faust's appearance, wheel back time in the cathedral to see Lucifer's appearance.
Well, that's just it. I will be seeing something, and then I will be being told a thing. But that doesn't mean that's what it is.
Just kind of quirks a brow. Your skepticism is awe-inspiring.
Sometimes there are not plans behind plans behind plans behind plans. Sometimes
the only people who say that are people who don't know what the plan is.
And you see that he just rubs his forehead. And he goes like, okay, I will explain quickly to you how things between VAs are handled. You show respect and you get respect. You're not showing me shit. You're not getting shit.
You're both being assholes, but that's all right.
Hey, I'm a virtual. I was
over the table,
to be an
please.
asshole.
You get blood on my peanuts, I'll be very agitated.
Yeah, first and foremost, it's not in trying to be an asshole. It's how my mind works. I'm not saying that none of you are actually right. I'm not saying that nobody's actually wrong. Point is, I always think there's something behind something. I don't never think nothing for face value, nothing, ever.
Glasgow finishes beer, gets up. I'm going for a second. Someone needs something.
Oh, get me one too.
And he points to the person who was not introduced with the scar on the face. Drink something.
Sure. Something strong. Something strong.
I like her. And he just goes away to the counter.
Make sure you get a straw.
Yeah, a straw. Yeah, sure. Don't worry. And he goes, and probably he will bump into the mysterious man who loves his curry.
Hey, watch it.
Hey, oh.
Just had this thing dry cleaned.
Oh, yeah. I remember your face. The guy. Sorry, I came back for my tie, and then you went away.
Well, yeah, I got what I wanted.
Hi, how are you? Come join us.
Well, I was trying to eat dinner.
The table is big. Come on. We're all friends here.
Uh-huh.
I'm going for a drink. Do you need something? I'm paying tonight.
Kevin just picks up his attending glass of milk.
Okay. And he just turns away, grabs a couple of beers and a double bourbon with a straw, comes back to the table. Hey, look what face I found.
Well, it's a face. Oh, I remember you. You're hilarious.
Yeah, a lot of people seem to know who I am these days.
Oh, I just remember the table flipping.
Yeah.
So what's your deal? Which group are you with?
Akashiana.
Oh.
Oh, he's happy. Good sign. That means you're violent.
It's not the sole aspect of who I am, but it's played a part
Kevin,
in the
my
past.
boy, I seen you fly through the air, but you shot us when we first met. Your ace is in my book, mate.
He was quite strong.
And you let him win.
I hate to say it, but in that moment, he did get the better of me.
That's because you wasn't using everything. You was holding back. You had to because of the rules. I set it up that way so no one would get that.
Anyway, did you know who's been looking for Yuki lately?
I'm listening.
And he goes like, do you remember that episode in which SpongeBob goes like, imagination?
Get to the point.
He goes, Templars.
Behold my lack of surprise.
It's
It is
almost like the
beholden.
Templars looking for an infernalist is kind of par for the course.
We're gonna try this again. Let's not throw that word about because we're not sure exactly what's going on.
She's got some demon spawn in her belly. That's probably the basics of it.
And
Six.
he points to Kaylee. You see? You see?
But we don't.
You may choose to disbelieve, but about time there's outright confession from the person carrying the thing. You imagine that they wouldn't necessarily confess to outright infernalism unless they had done it. It doesn't seem like the best course of action as a joke.
What if they thought what they did was infernalism, but wasn't it?
I still feel as though making a deal with literal Faust counts as infernalism. And if she hadn't done it, why would someone go through the effort of convincing her she had?
People are stupid and easily convinced of what you want them to be.
People are stupid, I'll give you that.
Indeed.
But then how do you disbelieve on the devil child on her belly
Well,
and the presence of a demon?
It's rather simple. Any half-spiritual being could be construed by another religion as a demon spawn. Case in point, our friend here.
I feel the point isn't necessarily the nature of the actual sperm donor so much as the nature of the fact that it will in fact be named by a demon and given a name stolen out of one of the angel's books.
But being given a name by a demon, does that make you evil before you get the name, or were you after?
I suppose by technicality it wouldn't be what it is until it was given the name that gave it the label in whatever other context.
So we steal the name then?
And how do you plan to steal a name from Faust?
Rather simple. We find him, we find the name, and we steal it from him.
Oh, no. You are on your own on this. I'm not getting near to that thing.
As interesting an idea as I think it is, I don't feel like it's something that can be physically stolen.
Why not? You can steal anything.
Oh, you can steal, but it's not... A name is a name.
Not if we take advantage of the fact that we have allies that he doesn't.
It's very old magic. Very
Ah,
old
If
magic.
you could get him to
Everybody-
imbue the name into something and then seal that, perhaps. But
Everyone assumes that we're all dealing on the same level of the playing field. What we need to do is deal with individuals what's dealing on the same playing field as he is. Debbie?
still feel
I'm-
like the only way you're going to get the name out of the demon is by getting it from him in a deal, assuming he's even willing to make such a deal, which I don't think he would be, since it is of value to him. Never mind that making a deal with him in the first place, even for the greater good, still construes you an infernalist.
I'll take it. No, we're all right. I'll do it. It's no big deal. I got to protect you, don't I?
Wait, you are saying that you are going to do a deal with the devil.
I didn't say that. You just did.
And he starts drinking the beer. He's not here anymore. He got finished. I will pretend that this conversation didn't happen.
And if they do find out about it, guess who I think the leaky spot was?
Smirk.
Sometimes I believe I had to, just stay in London. It would be all much better than this.
I feel like
What's
you're not
up?
wrong.
I feel like there's nothing stopping you from leaving. We got plenty, I promise.
Now, and he just gives you a glance and a smile. Next time, I understand that you have a gun. I understand that you're an Uthanathoy. But you better start showing some respect, because I'm showing you a modicum of it.
Callie leans back, watching, sipping her drink, like, yes, this amuses me. Keep going.
God damn it, Torna.
That's just basically, she's just like watching the two of you, like, yes, yes.
I don't understand exactly what you want from me.
Not being an asshole to me.
I don't understand exactly what I've done that's made you feel that way.
To be fair, I said much the same. There's nothing that stops you from leaving.
Raises a
It would
hand.
have been easier, but shrug. You're here now.
Give me another beer. He waves to one of the barmaids. Fuck it, make them 2 and a shot of whiskey. Thank you.
Okay, then. He looks at his glass of liquor, and he is not great.
Kevin's just there with his milk and his beef curry.
So, all I'm saying is, I'm just saying we should probably look at many other angles then. Let's go punch it in the face.
Like I said, I'd be interested to hear what you find out when you're done with your... What was the word again?
Concerned,
Something along the lines of shifty.
dodgy.
Yeah, dodgy. When you're done with your dodgy business.
As an individual, I know what has a weapon, what can help us. Whether or not he's willing to use it on them, completely up to him. It can destroy and unmake anything, including their name.
Really?
Yeah, really. Which is what I was talking about in the beginning.
Sounds like a worthwhile option.
Well, I thought so, which is why I was going with it.
And who has that?
That's a good question, isn't it? Sideshow! God damn it!
Grin. Was that as involuntarily an outburst as it sounded like?
Yes!
She grins. Glances around for reactions because she has no idea and has never heard of SciShow before, so...
Kevin just sitting there eating his curry.
He's not making any faces there, buddy?
Not making any eye contact. Tell that shit right now.
Gonna probably pee in either room. Oh, shit.
He just goes, look, Kevin, we're going to have to talk to him. I know you don't want to, but we have to.
Well, now she doesn't need to pee any.
I speak to him quite often. Whether the rest of you want to, well,
I always found him a very interesting individual in conversation. And he
I
does
can't
his best to
guarantee
be.
anyone here's safety.
I'm sorry.
I believe you.
Who's this person both of you are talking about?
He is the head of the Akashiana in the city of Dublin.
Oh.
And I was going to use this, going to ask to use his weapon, and he's already agreed to it. However, it was not for this particular purpose. However, because of my new charge, I have to change purposes. If you will agree with me, this is my plan in the broad strokes. We'll find a way to corner and or imprison and or cajole our friend, who shall remain nameless currently, in a certain place of our choosing. Then we have ourselves said item with the express purpose of unmaking the thing that is the problem, to see what it is that we can see.
Well, like I said, if you find a way to literally physically get your hands on a concept like a name and get rid of it, it solves the problem, doesn't it?
Well, I thought so, which is what I brought up the whole plan.
If you manage to get your hands first on Faust,
There's also the Templar issue. If they're looking for her, then we'll be running into them, which means they'll be.
I believe
Well,
I think that's the point of putting her away somewhere.
Not if we travel the way I want to.
and the thing is, we also need to see how Yuki feels about this, because after what happened, after the half immolation of the old Archbishop,
I dare
didn't
say
saw
that at
her
this
again.
point, Yuki is a threat to herself and everyone around her, and I don't much care for what her opinion is, seeing as she is doing things like oopsie-daisy lighting people on fire.
Yup.
So I don't particularly care.
Well, there's a person that has to make that decision that you lot are skipping over, and her name is Sonoria. Only she gets to make that call, and if maybe jump the gun, well, I'll take you out, madam. So, except you, I can't kill you.
This is the thing. If we are going to do this, it means that we are going to put us on the side of the Templars.
Okay, if you say that one more time, you might believe it. It's not true. That's not what that means. I don't know why you even think that. What's wrong with you?
No, I
Just
mean that if
because
we try to
have
do this,
a mutual intention does not make us allies.
I'm not going to take her out. I'm not going to murder her. I'm going to put her away on ice for a while. She's on ice.
I get you, Owen. But if we hide the person that the Templars are looking for, the Templar will come to us, and they will not be.
How did they know we did? Are you going to tell them?
They would have to know who was hiding her, wouldn't they? Stare.
Are you going to tell them?
Oh, God damn it! Sorry, I'm not with the Templars. Not every fucking chorister is with them.
It's more the point that why would it be an issue unless someone told them?
It might not be the place to start screaming and shouting our plans if this is such a public place. She just takes a sip of her drink casually.
Thank you.
I didn't like her yesterday, but I do like her now.
If you want to do this, you can do this. I won't be there. I won't get everywhere near a chorister if this makes you happy.
Well, when they call you in there and use their magic on you to read your mind and know what they want to know, it really will be kind of difficult for you not to laugh.
They have seen almost everyone here together at least once.
They don't know. She just stands up very casually to go get food. They don't know who I am, and I'm not talking about chasing a demon spawn in public. And she'll keep walking to go get food.
Were you absent the day they taught settlement? If you look at it, were you absent the day they taught subtle? Is there something wrong with you that makes you scream like a maniac in public whenever you're having a conversation?
I'm normally a virtual adept, and this is the language in which we communicate with others.
Still yelling.
All
Still yelling.
caps,
I don't
huh?
understand why.
All caps,
Everything
boy.
is just really loud.
All
Stop.
caps.
Whisper or something. Get closer. I promise. It's okay. We're right here. We can hear you.
Around the time that became a thing, I was already kind of past college now that I think about it.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll go about it on my own. All by me once. I'll do it. And you lot can come up with plan whatever you do. I'm gonna try this.
Just give him a mild salute, like onwards, dodgy captain. Essentially,
So
it's
in that
the
case,
for love of God. You do you, because it's way better than telling everyone.
yeah. So I'm gonna do what it is that I do. And if anyone finds out about it, or I'm stopped by one thing flawed, it looks at me funny, I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna kill you.
Now, if you go once more again on the part of I'm going to find you and I'm going to kill you, I cannot answer for your safety when you come and try to do that.
All right, unless you want me to roll. Morgan is flicking a peanut. It will bounce off of Glasspaw's forehead.
So-
just like
Hey.
doink.
And
It's
he just,
called
In
a
that case-
promise, not an attempt to be showy.
Just
He
remember
grabs the
that
peanut.
Tuesday is our seafood special. Wednesday is 2 for 1 on the slot machines. Thursday, there's nothing really going on Thursday, but Friday is ladies' night. Doesn't really apply to you, but keep it in mind.
Blank.
No.
I thought he was having. Where's
Thursday
the
is
big log?
karaoke.
Anyway,
I'm sure that Thursday is karaoke.
Owen gets up and he leaves. He told you what his idea is. He said what his plan might be. If anyone wants to contact me out of here later, they can. But right now, Owen is done.
Owen is doing the smart thing. Good on him.
Call me.
Goodbye.
Salute.
Callie comes back with food and she begins to literally cut up the meat. Like, it's basically meat, potatoes, and all that. And she just begins to cut it up slowly into smaller pieces.
Oh,
Oh,
she
yeah.
gets Owen's side of the table. Yay! All to herself. All right, I have a new plan. Every time you go all caps, I'm bouncing a peanut off your forehead. How does that sound? It's called corrective therapy.
Personally, if I were any of you, I'd come during the seafood special.
What are you talking about?
The
The
food
Temple
does
of a Thousand Happinesses.
the food does look nice there, I'm not going to lie.
What?
She knows what I'm talking about.
Nod sagely.
What?
Morgan, I'm as lost as you are.
That sounds...
Ladies' night does sound entertaining as well. Cuts. Slowly puts the meat in the right side of her mouth, chewing slowly.
Like, just a glance to Callie, like, the fuck?
I'm a little past the point where I care about that kind of thing, but I'm sure you younger types would be into it.
It's just amusing to watch them flail.
That and ladies' night is usually cheaper, at least for us.
Indeed it is.
You, points at Glasspaw.
Yeah,
Points
me.
good. Just do us all a solid and stay the hell away from the choristers for now.
I would love to.
Make it a point.
I will try.
Thank you.
Why are you so concerned with him in the cloisters? You know, cod, slow eating.
Because he's a jumpy fucker.
No, I'm not a okay, yeah, I'm a jumpy fucker. But for the other side, I don't know if, well, maybe any one of you know about her. I'm looking for someone for around a few years now. Any one of you ever met a woman by the nickname of Tattletale?
What?
Nope.
No.
Yeah, thought so. I wanted to ask Winrate before he, died to help me find her.
And by that name, I trust she's troubled if she's called Tattletale. She smirks herself. She just begins to mash her food.
He giggles. Nah, Tattletale was my master. She
Oh.
brought me into all of this.
Not exactly a point in your favor.
Hey, my screen name is Glaspo. What does it mean for you?
Means something that your master's name was Tattletale.
She was named Tattletale because she was good at, striping secrets from networks. Place them all in the open. She was amazing. She helped me escape my parents.
Blink.
Skype.
He blinks. What?
Is that somehow difficult?
Oh.
My parents are very influential people back in London. Very influential people.
For the virtual adept, this Verbena just looked at you as if you just said a brand new word.
Yes, but Skype isn't that hard to use. I'm failing to see what makes this eventful.
It's too complicated. Don't worry about this. So she brought me into this. She showed me magic. And then she one day disappeared. Been looking for her after all this time. Complicated shit. And he smiles and takes a couple more of sips from his beer. As I said, I was going to ask Winray to help me, but he did the thingy.
How does the Skype help with that?
What Skype?
The Skype. You said you found her on the Skype. How does that help with what's going on?
It's just an anecdote. It's not related.
An anecdote.
And
Nod.
that
She just
Yeah,
nods to
Kevin.
herself.
finishes the last of his milk, looks at his empty plate. I believe my time with you all has elapsed.
Oh, come on, really? You only come here to eat and poof?
Yes,
Okay.
because this is a tavern, and that's normally what people do.
I come to talk to people and be more of a social drunk than a drunk.
Is it to just console yourself that at least you're drinking with company?
Yeah.
Either way, I wish you the best of fortunes. And Kevin gets up, heads out.
Damn it.
And he
Tell
just
you what.
goes like,
Kelly watches and leaves.
it's the second time he does this.
Didn't even flip a table this time.
Tall, broody. I like it.
Oh boy.
Casts a glance across the table like, really, bro?
She just takes a sip of her drink, just nods to herself. I mean, he's right. This is food. That's why I'm here. I don't
Shrugs.
talk about my business in public. Just shrugs.
It's another peanut. Admittedly, I just took advantage of a chance to catch up with Owen.
Oh, both of you know from the past?
I want to smash his face in.
You want to smash Owen's face in.
I don't blame you.
Well, I would see why you want to do that.
By and by. I'm sure I'll punch him. He'll punch me and we'll have a drink over it later. Takes a bite of her meat.
He's a very up and about bloke, isn't he?
It's loud. Loud is good. She reaches down and again that bifurcated tongue comes out and she just slithers up one of the pieces of meat, onto her tongue and licks it back in her mouth again.
Glasgow will not react to this. He will react internally.
I don't know your name.
I'm Glasgow.
Ah,
And yours?
no. Callie.
And he waves. Hi, Callie.
just kind of takes that in and just nods to herself like, hello. Is he your friend?
Who?
She points at, she's like addressing Morgan. Like, it's almost like she just turned away from you, like, just talk to Morgan.
There's an idle shrug.
We are acquaintance, associates, drinking buddies.
He's jumpy and keeps bringing me free drinks. It's pretty entertaining.
Hey,
Grin.
if I'm jumpy, it's because I have a motive.
You are quite twitchy.
I'm extremely twitchy, yes. I have been drinking and he started to... On the last 12 hours, I had 34 cups of coffee.
And literally going to shit himself to death. Confirmed.
No. I have the equipment to handle this, don't worry.
Porks a brow.
A large toilet seat, I expect.
Yes. One of those, it's a yes.
Nods.
But yes, he's entertaining.
He is amusing.
I am.
And she is still she has worked entirely through this this bowl of peanuts, and the bag of Skittles has made a reappearance. She's nearly through it now.
Do you have you had a meal today?
Of course.
How many hours ago?
Pulls out her phone, clicks on the screen just to look at the clock. About 4.
Okay. I was going to buy you a plate of curry, but I'm going to invite myself a plate of curry now.
I wouldn't stop you.
Callie looks at Morgan eating like a fucking truck. Looks at her plate, looks at Morgan, and just puts the knife just slowly down on the table, almost as if, yeah, that's right. You know, don't come near it. I see you.
For what it's worth, for the moment, she has Skittles. She is not keyed in on your plate yet. But she at least sees and seems to appreciate the gesture, like, yes, threaten me with violence. I like that kind of thing.
Glasgow will beckon over a waitress. 2 plates of curry, please. Thank you. And she will probably go away do her things.
But for what it's worth, well, Morgan, again, she doesn't stop. She doesn't, at the same time, eat with any sort of urgency or rapidity. She just doesn't stop. So she continues, idly popping a Skittle here or there.
Glasgow will bring out his little drone, a set of small screwdrivers, and start to do a few things on it.
Corks a brow.
What?
Do me a solid and just keep that thing out of my sovereign airspace.
Come on, it's a little helper. It does its work.
It doesn't record anything. It doesn't take pictures. It literally doesn't do anything but fly. Is that what you're telling me?
It does record. It does take pictures. It takes audio too.
I reiterate, sovereign airspace.
Yes, the United States of Morgan will be respected.
Nod.
Maybe we send you a spy drone later. I mean, you don't know it.
I imagine that if such a thing were to happen, I would know exactly who's asked to shove it up.
Probably.
Just the sweetest smile.
He does
So
not
many
care.
teeth.
He's working with the drone.
Pops another Skittle, glances over to Callie. You may want to likewise declare your sovereign airspace, lest it be invaded.
If he brings the mechanical toy, I will kill it.
Hey, it's not a toy. It's my baby.
That is how we reinforce sovereign airspace.
I will set Fenrir on it. I will throw him.
What's with you weird traditions that don't like technology?
He just zips open her bag and just drops pieces of meat into the satchel and then zips it closed. As you can hear the sounds of something like in the middle of the bag. It shakes a bit.
Oh, Okay.
It's not that we dislike technology, it's that we dislike being watched.
I don't watch ya.
Then what's the point of having the drone near us?
So he can. Eyebrow waggle.
It's actually because I'm bored, and he just closes his drone, touches a couple of buttons on his cell phone, and the drone goes tu, and it falls again to a table. God damn it! Hey, these things are useful. I use them to avoid a few of the Templar patrols coming my way over here.
Didn't say they weren't useful. I said just make sure you use them where they're supposed to be, which is not on us.
I'm not I'm not spying on you. We are all on the same side.
I don't know, the free drinks and, charming personality. One might say you might be. She smirks. It looks like she's constantly grimacing when she even smiles slightly.
Yep.
I know I'm charming. I do know. Thank you, by the way. You're such a sweetheart. And the drinks are, well, I want to masquerade my own drunkenness while being social drunkenness.
I see.
I see that you see. But do you comprehend?
That you're an alcoholic, yes. Feels
Excellent. she got it. I like this woman.
Empty bottle tinks back down on the table. She goes back to the Skittles.
And I'm sure that the two plates of curry are being delivered at this moment and placed in front of Morgan and Glassbook. He pays for everything.
And yeah, Morgan kind of glances over at Kelly, shrugs, takes the curry. And again, it's not that she eats with any kind of ravenous speed. It's just she will steadily eat.
Oh no, Glassbook just noms on it.
Kelly's more satisfied. Like, good, you bought her curry. Now she can't come near mine. Good. I like you. Good.
Yes. The great Mo is being entertained.
Well, there's no more talking business to be done, and there shouldn't have been any talking business in the first place, truth be told.
It's not business, it's just the fuck up state in the city in which we are.
Do you know where she's staying?
Nah. Actually, no. I think it's better this way.
Suppose so.
Now, do you know who's friends with her at least?
Nope, neither.
She was attached to the previous head of the Ecstatics, if I recall correctly. Which probably means that she is lingering with the other Ecstatics if she has forged any friendships there.
Let the Revelers have their own business. She just, keeps eating.
I only hope that she is fine or she found a way to flee.
She doesn't seem to have the sense to flee. If her current state is any indication, her decision-making process is somewhat lacking.
I really don't know. This still surprises me. If she would have said, no, I didn't make any deals with the devil, I would have stand by her because I had no reason to doubt her. And she went like, yeah, I made a deal with Faust. And I was like, well, shit.
Another shrug. Still picking at the curry. Speaking
about the devil! Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Jesus Christ. Okay, this is going to get interesting.
Oh, Heather. You were like 10 minutes late. Just
No,
10.
no, she's right on time. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Is it perfect?
Yep.
It's perfect. Would have been perfecter.
Either way, we're in Agrabah Nights. This little group is in a booth in the back, kind of out of the way and out of the main foot traffic, but Here we be.
I am going to say that Yuki will come in and get herself probably a mint tea and a bowl of udon noodle soup, and probably sit near the group, because it would be rude to just invite herself.
You know what? Just for comedy's sake, I'm going to assume that Glasspaw's back is to the door. So there's an
Yeah.
idle glance, and she won't necessarily have anything telling on her face as she
Please
turns
tell me.
over and glances to Callie, like you saw
Please
that,
tell me.
right?
Please tell me Callie sees it. Please tell me.
I
she
feel
does.
like we should both see her behind his back because it will make for better comedy.
Yeah, Glassball will keep fidgeting with his drone.
Callie will keep beating. So tell me more, Glasspaw. You know,
Yeah.
engage me on it. Keep talking. Keep talking.
Come
on.
Okay. What can I say about this? She is on a fucky situation. Yeah, she is. I hope she made it out of Dublin.
Mm-hmm.
I
kinda look
wouldn't
at
want to be her right now.
Kind of looks at Morgan like, you know where I'm going with this.
Morgan is, man, this is good curry. She is doing everything in her power to not smirk because it's so good. But yes, there's brief, eye contact as she's like, oh, no, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I mean, tell me how you really feel. I'm new in this city, so I need this from someone as wise as you are.
I don't have any particular thing against her. I barely know her. It's like, weird, the situation.
I don't know, you seemed pretty opinionated about the situation earlier.
I'm very opinionated on the part that white people would be going making deals with the devil.
I know. I just want
Isn't
to hear
that just the question?
I just want to hear those opinions, Glassball. You seem so opinionated.
And he just stops, looks at both of her, and goes like, "She's behind me, isn't it?"
You just hear like a stifled, like,
Yeah, there's like a choking noise. She's trying to laugh.
There's a loud slurping sound.
Yup. He finished the drone, puts it online. The drone just flies a little bit, zooms with the camera on Yuki's face. Hello?
Yes, please, Glasspaw, tell me how you really feel.
That you should be out of Dublin right about now, honey. But since you are, take a seat. And he would put the drone down.
She'll take a seat, probably next to him, since he is the one who offered, and slowly just slurps the soup. And every so often has a sip of tea.
He will look at her. Do you know that the Templars are looking for you?
I'm not surprised to hear it, but I didn't realize it was confirmed now.
Yeah, they are. They are asking your whereabouts or to what tradition you belong.
I don't think I told you.
Nope. And just to make this perfectly clear, I'm also part of the Celestial Chorus, so I will pretend I'm not talking to you right now. You are another different person.
That's
You are
decidedly believable.
You are Maria. Fuck it.
Well, Glasspaw. And she'll look at him and look at his drone. And
Yep.
You look like a virtual adept to me.
I am.
Then I guess if my name is Maria, then you are Glasspaw, the virtual adept, and nothing more.
Excellent. I agree with this. with all of my being. So he will just take a look behind, make sure that there is no one. Look at her. Why are you still here? Why haven't you fled?
I don't have a place to go to yet. There's a place waiting for me when this is over.
Well, I don't think this is that future place that you're talking about. Is not the place where you are going if the Templars catch you.
Probably not. But they're not here, are they?
No, that I know of. Last time I crossed them was like a couple of blocks away, but it was like half an hour ago.
There's no point in hiding. I'm not going to hand myself over to them and beg for mercy. But I'm not going to hide from them either.
Morgan, would you do me a favor?
Hmm?
Would you translate Owen's idea to Yuki here, to Maria here?
Callie will make a hissing noise. She actually will. She'll hiss like.
Morgan will rouse herself up because, man, what good curry that was, but golly gee, suddenly it's gone. And slide out of the booth, setting a hand on Glasspaw's shoulder very briefly to affix him with her good eye. How about you remember what we said? I would hate for you to earn the same name as your mentor.
Yeah. Yep.
Right.
Callie just stands up, rigid, like she literally coils out of the seat, you know.
And she will, especially if Callie is rising, will make good her escape so that she is not spending voluntary amounts of time in the presence of someone who is wanted by the Templars, because, you know, heathens be heathens, right?
Yep.
So she will
quickly leave.
Yeah, and make a gesture to Callie. Come on, I know a good place to catch ice cream after this.
Just picks up her bag really quickly, you know, make sure it's zip closed, slaps the snout that comes out of it and zips it closed, and then picks up her bag and starts moving quite quickly.
No, sir.
He will just watch as the two pagan rises and go like, right, and you leave me to this.
Oh yeah, they do.
They
abandon the shit out of you.
He will turn around and go like, Morgan, you're a bitch.
I'm your favorite bitch. Salutes. Keeps
Good
walking.
Point there, madam.
Huh? What?
Good point there, madam.
Exactly.
And he will just look at Yuki. Okay. So.
I'm listening.
You don't want to give yourself over to the Templars, and you don't want to exit the city. What do you plan to do?
Fight. Stay.
Honey, you make two fucking big mistakes. And I'm no one to tell you this, of course. I'm just an Aussie bastard, but first you make a deal with the devil. Okay, I understand. Those things happen. No, they don't, but fuck it. I will play as they do. And then you almost burn the Archbishop, who is now out of town with all his mercy.
Yeah, I made a lot of mistakes. I'm an arrogant person.
Well, I wouldn't say arrogant. I would just qualify it as dumb. But anyways. You're on tough shit.
I am. And I'm more or less alone.
I'm sorry, I cannot help. Sorry, but I need to find someone. He gets up, chugs the beer,
Hold
passes
on.
the other one to Yuki. Yep.
Before you go,
Yeah.
are you going to fight for this?
For this as what?
She'll gesture her hands. Everything here. Are you going to fight for it?
I see a big old blank in there. Put in words what I should fight for.
For the continued existence of this world, for anti-Inquisition.
I will help as many choristers from other religions as I can to escape from the Inquisition. But I have someone very dear to me that's been lost for a few years.
I'm sorry.
So I cannot sacrifice myself here until I found her.
I'm not going to.
Ah, shit. And he brings out a little notebook, writes one of the last streets in which he has left his mark, rips it, gives it to her. If you might, or you or a friend, I would say of you, a friend named Maria needs something, just leave a tag on there somewhere in this street, okay? I'm sure a friend of mine will pick it up.
She'll nod. I appreciate it. And hopefully when this is over, we could start over.
Mm-hmm. May I give you one last advice?
Sure.
He will grab a beer, put it in front of her. For heaven's sake, run. And he will just walk away.
And I think that's probably a good place to end it if there's other stuff people need to do.
Yeah, that is a perfect ending line. So with that, we away.